Hello, Gearspace. Thanks a lot for being here, for your visit. We are Oxy Instruments, a recent, very young Spanish company. We launched the last year our first product, which is the Oxy One, a MIDI sequencer controller, and it's also, of course, as you can see, a controller for Eurorack. It has also MIDI Bluetooth, which works pretty well with iPad and iOS apps. And yeah, we are glad to be here and be able to show in first place the features. Since when we launched, we improved a lot and we added new modes. We improved the workflow. We are constantly listening to the community to get new ideas, to refine the workflow and everything. And of course, we try to keep it exciting for ourselves as well. So like we added the new stochastic mode where you can really do nice generative stuff. Well, just to talk a little bit about the Oxy One, the main features is that you have 4 sequencers, but every sequencer can be configured in any of the modes we have available. We have the mono, the poly, the chord, the multi-track, and the stochastic. The one that you are seeing now is the multi-track, where you can see every track is completely independent from the others. So you have 8 tracks. Each track can have its own MIDI channel, speed, length. So yeah, you have a lot of power. All the sequencers can be in multi-tracks, so you could have up to 32 tracks. But we are not here for the numbers, but for the creative options that we offer. A lot of randomization features, generative features like the Euclidean generator. The stochastic mode that I'll quickly show you before, which is really good and people is loving it because it takes the best of an stochastic sequencer and combines with the other generative features that we have, the ranger. You can save your recipes and so on. This is a chord sequencer. The chord sequencer is one of the modes I like the most because it allows you to create a chord progression in a matter of seconds. You can choose from a big palette of chords, and they can you don't have to really know about music theory to make a good chord progression. The other feature that people like a lot is the harmonizer. So no, it's fine. Let's configure again the gate. Yeah, there we go. Well, by the way, this is the CV gate layout where you can quickly configure all your CVs and gates. You don't need a computer for this. It's everything here. You can select the pitch, you can assign any other to velocity, trigger envelopes with attack and decay, modulation lanes, whatever. Okay, we have a lot of options, and it's pretty, once you get how it's used, it's pretty straightforward to configure all your CVs and gates, which are, by the way, 8 CVs and 8 gates. You don't see any cable here because all the signals are going through the Oxy pipe, which is here, with one simple HDMI cable. You can have all your CVs and gates in your rack without any cable mess. And the special thing about this bassline is that it's automatically harmonized by the chords. So in general, you can have a simple melody, set it to harmonizer, and the chords will automatically make the melody evolve with it. And as you can see now, there is a new chord change. So it's very, very convenient to to get a quick jump flowing without having to program a lot of steps or a lot of chords. Of course, if you want, you can open a poly mode and program your steps to your taste. But yeah, so in case you want to customize to really fine-tune your melody, you can use the poly mode with of course you can draw notes up and down, whatever you want. We added as well a new mode, which is a pattern generator based on mutable instrument grids, where you can have a kick drum and a snare and a hi-hat and different rhythms depending on the on two parameters. Yeah, most of you know already the mutable instrument grids, so this is a nice way, a convenient way to have it inside the Oxy as well. We improved the way you can change, the way you can load and save patterns. It's really easy to load any pattern. You can really load in instant. You can even load patterns from other projects. We have having to stop the sequencer. You can go to projects, open project one, and without loading, you can navigate to the patterns and open whatever you want. In this case, it's empty, but you get the idea. Yeah, we have the keyboard view for every sequencer. And we can load again what we have before. Yeah, a lot of features to mention. Let's keep it.
What kind of outputs you have?
Sorry?
The in and outputs, can you show?
Yes, of course. By the way, the Oxy is battery powered, and that's an important thing, so we can really disconnect everything and no problem, everything is fine. You can see that we have here a MIDI output, and some of you may wonder, only one MIDI output? Yes, no problem, because with the MIDI split you can have up to 3 MIDI ports, with up to 48 channels. Well, at the moment I have 48, maybe in the future we can make a module with more ports. At the moment nobody has asked for more ports, so it's fine. One MIDI input, the clock output and reset output, clock input and reset in, which can also act as CV input. So you can assign the CV input to modulate velocity, pitch, whatever you want. You can even send CC parameters from the information you get from the CV input. And as I mentioned before, there are 8 CVs and 8 gates that can be completely configurable and assignable to the different sequencers and tracks. All these signals can go all through the pipe. So you don't have to, in case you want to travel with your Eurorack and you don't want to disconnect everything, with only one simple cable, you have all the signals, arranged in a very comfortable way. Sorry. Maybe it's too much light, right?
Yeah.
Let me open this.
Excellent. Okay, pricing and availability.
Okay, regarding pricing, to keep it fair, the pre-orders are getting like a lower price, which is now $529. $529. Could this please? Regarding price and availability, to keep things fair for the pre-orders, there is still a lower price, which is €529 for United States and outside Europe, but for Europe is $529 plus VAT. We will have a stock in about 1 or 2 weeks, because we have all the components and it's just assembling and everything. And since we are going to have a stock, we will also start doing the distribution. there is nothing clear about distribution. I can only tell you that you can still pre-order for this price in our website. I don't know how long this will be, but of course, when we go to distribution, the price will be bigger, will higher, and I suggest you to take the opportunity now to try the Oxy and be part of the Oxy family. Thanks a lot.